Okay, now I'm going to show you how to factor a trinomial when the a value is not equal to 1. Here's the a. Okay, and this is a difficult process. It's called factoring by grouping, and it is not easy. I will tell you that up front. Okay, so the example I'm going to give you is 6x squared minus x minus 15. Okay, it's called factoring by grouping. I'm going to show you this first. The way to do this is to multiply the 6 times the 15 and you get 90. Now, what are the factor pairs of 90 that add up to, and this is really a negative 1 in front of that x? Okay, so it's similar to the first process we did when a was equal to 1. Okay, so you find the factors and which ones add up to. So 90. They've got to add up to negative 1. So that means the two factors have to be close to each other. So 1 and 90 aren't going to do it. And one of them has to be negative because this is negative. So 1 and 90 aren't going to do it. You can say 2 and 45, 3 and 30. Okay. 4 is not going to work. 5 and 18, 6 and 15. Okay, but really, when it comes down to it, it's 9 and 10. They differ by 1, which is what we're looking for over here. Okay, 1's got to be negative. Since this is negative 1, is positive 9, negative 10. So now that we know it's positive 9, negative 10, we rewrite this equation. Go 6x squared minus 10 plus 9, minus 10x plus 9x minus 15. So all I've done was just rewrote the negative 1x into minus 10x and plus 9x right here. Okay, now I group them. Okay, put parentheses around there and around here. Now I factor out each one of these things. So if I look at 6x squared minus 10x over here on the left, what's the largest factor I can take out of there? Well, 6 and 10, I can factor 2 out. And x squared and x, I can factor an x out. So I can factor out a 2x, and I'm left with 3x minus 5. Okay, now this next one, 9x minus 15, what can I factor out of that? I can factor 3 out, okay, plus 3, and I'm left with 3x minus 5. Okay, now notice that I have two terms here. What can I factor out of that? I can factor out the 3x minus 5, and I'm left with 2x plus 3. Okay, those are my two factors to this equation. That's a process that is not easy to master, especially in Algebra 1. When I taught Algebra 2, even pre-calculus, and we come up to grouping, I still had students having a hard time doing that. Okay, so I'm going to make this a little bit easier for you because most of the questions you're given are multiple choice. I'm going to show you how to do this with the calculator that is so much easier. Okay, let's look at this problem here. Ross is working on a project for art class using a computer graphics program. Ross wants to create a rectangular framework for the final graphic. The area being enclosed by the framework is represented by the expression 5x squared plus 8x minus 4. What expressions can be used to represent the length and width of the rectangular framework? Okay, length times width is the area, so that means they're looking for the two factors. Okay, and you can do this by grouping like I just did, which is, like I said, not an easy process, or you can use the calculator, which I'm about to show you. So 5x squared plus 8x minus 4. Okay, let's look at that. 5x squared plus 8x minus 4. Okay, this gives you the quadratic that I told you about, okay? Now you can see the roots are 0.4 and -2, okay? So you know one of the roots is x plus 2 just because this is a whole number here, okay? This would be x minus 0.4, but that's not a whole number. So let's look at, we're going to check these answer choices they give us. So let's go back and look at this. So x minus 2 and 5x plus 2. I will tell you right now that when you put in those factors separately, they go through the roots. They go through those x-intercepts. I'll show you what I mean here. So that first one, x minus 2 and 5x plus 2. So let's put in x minus 2, x minus 2. That does not go through any of the x-intercepts, so that's not a good answer choice. Okay, let's look at the next one, x plus 4. If the first one doesn't work, then it doesn't matter whether the second one works. They both have to go through. So x plus 4. That doesn't work. Okay, let's try the next one, x plus 2. X plus 2. Okay, that goes through the x-intercept over here. If the other one goes through the other one, then we're good. So that's x plus 2, 5x minus 2. Let's look at that. 5x minus 2. It does. It goes right through there. So that means answer choice H is the right answer. And that's how you do it on a calculator. Okay? If the so check out the first one when they give you two roots, and let me just look down here. Here's another problem. When they give you two roots, put in the first one. If it doesn't work, go to the next choice. Keep going until one of them works, and then try the second one and make sure that one works. And that's really all you have to do. Notice that they are going right through those x-intercepts, okay? The two factors have to go through both x-intercepts. I told you one of them was x plus 2 because this is a minus 2. And all you have to do was change the sign and put an x in front of it. And that's how you do it for these when the A value, like this 5 right here, is not equal to 1.